Okay, we've got enough. Board members, we're going to get started here. Appreciate you coming to meet now on short notice on this. I'm sure a bunch of you want to get right back to your lives. Who do we have? Who do we have online? Linda?
Carol's online. And Linda.
Linda and Carol? Okay. We have enough to get started, and hopefully we'll hear them come on. We have one item, Beverley Taylor Sorenson Foundation grant approval. Deputy Superintendent Jones, do you want to
Chair,
brief us on this?
yeah, if it pleases you and the board, would you invite Kathy up and the representative from Beverley Taylor Sorenson? Lisa, come on. Will you both introduce yourselves and tell them why the sense of urgency behind the $110,000 and why we had to take this process? My understanding it's going to be flow through to the LEAs on that too. So.
Kathy Jensen, Utah State Board of Education, Fine Arts.
Lisa Clough, Artworks for Kids Director.
The Beverley Taylor Sorenson Foundation very generously contacted us last week and suggested that they had additional funds that they would like to distribute prior to year end. Would we please make application for up to $110,000, which we have done. The application is in board documents, and as Deputy Superintendent Scott Jones suggested, the money will be used for flow through either to LEAs to support the arts specialists in the Beverley Taylor Sorenson Arts Learning Program, or to our partner universities in order to provide additional professional learning.
Okay. So do we still have, well, we have Linda and Carol online. Did anyone else join? Okay.
I'm on. Michelle.
Okay. Can you guys mute your phones, please? Okay.
Mute.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you. So we have a background on this, and we're talking about 110K here, and Deputy Superintendent Jones, did you have anything to add?
Yeah, just a couple of administrative points with this. We had to do the new application, right? So if the board does approve the application, then the superintendent or myself has to sign it today. It also have to go in front of Appropriations Committee next meeting, I guess, for the governor, well, not the governor, for the, it's a notice, of the grant on that too. It's just some more administrative functions that will have to take place even after the, whatever the board decides today. Okay, there's still some things that need to be done. So, and we'll take care of that. Yeah, we just want to make sure we get the check by the end of the year. So we'll have to sign that depending on what the board does today. Okay,
I've got another question. We're talking about 110,000. Could it change tomorrow, or is it pretty set in stone, that amount? Because the motion that's coming, the motion I'm going to ask for is to the acceptance of the grant. But do we need to leave that a little bit open, or is it exactly 110?
The amount is exact.
Okay. So with that said, I'm looking for a motion to approve acceptance of the $110,000 grant as presented from the Beverley Taylor Sorenson Foundation.
So moved.
We have a motion. Do we have a second? Second. Any further discussion? Oh, who went first?
Go ahead, Janet.
Oh, Janet, go ahead. Speak to your motion.
Okay, so my question is more general of the program. So I was down in Cedar City and spoke with a a wonderful woman who does an arts program down there who had never heard of the Beverley Taylor Sorenson Artworks for Kids. So I'm just wondering, so that's a concern for me, and I'm wondering how many schools are getting Beverley Taylor Sorenson Artworks for Kids program. How many do we still have left? And is there any way that we can make sure all of them know about the availability of this? Because I personally think it's absolutely wonderful, and I want it for every kid in Utah.
Okay, you want to speak to the question?
Thank you. We are in about 85% of the elementary schools across the state. In Iron County specifically, there are maybe up to 3 schools that are not participating in the program. The others have been with the program for many years. So the way the applications work, if we have room for growth with our projected funding, we notify LEAs, districts and charter schools of the opportunity to apply. The applications come through the LEA. They contact their individual schools and ask about the interest. Then the applications come in. Because of the ongoing nature of the funding, schools that are currently participating are expected to continue as long as they show fidelity to the implementation guidelines through an assurances document that again comes back to us through the LEA.
Okay, do you have a follow-up?
May I? So what I believe has happened in this particular instance is there's a principal who's not a big fan of the arts. Have you encountered this before, and is there a way to overcome this for other people in the school who are very interested?
I can't say that we haven't encountered that before. Principals certainly have their priorities within their schools. Artworks for Kids does a great job of trying to do information to parents through Friends of Artworks for Kids and Artworks for Kids. If an individual in a school, a leader, a teacher, is interested, we would encourage them to contact State Board of Education through myself. We can put them in touch with Artworks for Kids and Friends of Artworks for Kids in order to get more information on how the school might be included in the district application.
Okay, I may take you up on that. Thank you.
Okay. Board Member Belknap?
Thanks. Kathy, I wasn't clear. What is the distribution of this? How is it going to go? Is it just divided equitably or?
No, the distribution is 80% of the actual compensation costs, salary plus benefits for the arts specialist in the school. And usually that is a 0.5 FTE specialist unless the school is over 750 students, in which case they might apply for 0.75, or if they are over 1,000, which we have a few, they can apply for a full FTE. So the distribution is based on the actual compensation costs per specialist.
Thank you.
Okay. Board Member Lisa Cummins?
Thank you, Chair. Deputy Jones, if you can answer this, does this affect our business case that we submitted to the governor? Is this
No.
is there anything there that?
No, ma'am. The business case goes forward. The ask that we, or the request that we made, just has no effect on that. Not at all.
Okay. Board Member Reeby?
Thank you. If anyone is sitting on the fence about approving this grant, I'd like to say that in the last 3 years, all the schools I've worked in have worked really hard to get these teachers in their schools. It has changed the climate of our schools. Every time we have some kind of art program in our schools, the kids are just over the moon excited. We just had an email today from one of my schools where somebody was missing a class because of short weeks and stuff like that. And like, well, talk to this specialist, they'll get you in. But it has made such a positive impact on our schools and our kids. So I just want to thank you for all the great work you do. And I see it every week. And I'm so glad we have it in our schools, because when I first started teaching, we did not have it. So it's made a tremendous difference. So thank you so much.
Okay, I'm not seeing any other or hearing from those that are calling in. Anyone on the call in have any questions? Seeing none. Oh,
Mark Carroll, sorry. It took me a minute to unmute. Anyway, I just want to second what Kathleen said. It's a fabulous program, and we should be very grateful for the generosity of the Sorenson family. Thank you.
okay. Thank you. Not seeing any further discussion. The motion before us is a motion to approve and accept the $110,000 grant as presented from the Beverley Taylor Sorenson Foundation. That is the motion. Let's vote on the motion. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those
Aye.
Those opposed. Those opposed.
Aye.
Those opposed. Voting was unanimous. Thank you very much. This. Yes. Oh. Okay. We need to know who on the phone voted. I thought I heard Carol. Did you vote?
Linda.
Jenny's here.
Jenny, did you vote?
Michelle.
Okay. Do you have any other questions? Okay. I need a motion to adjourn. Motion to adjourn. Second. All in favor say aye. Those opposed?
Aye. Aye.
Those opposed? Voting was unanimous. Thank you. You guys be safe out there.
Aye.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Kathy.
Kathy and Lisa, thank you so
Thank you.
much.